We'll do question and answer.
Right now, which factor takes precedence over which factor? How do you decide that? It's
Right.
a very interesting
Weightage
concept.
to each factor.
Yeah.
How do you weightage? When do which weightage goes down?
Right.
Some more understanding of that.
So from the set of 300 factors, we will take a limited set which have potential, right? So we explore 300 data points, we'll come up with, let's say, 50-60 factors. Now which factor gets weight, it will depend on the market condition, right? So see, what we try to do is invest into the factor that's doing the best. We also have a limit on the risk that we want to take. So if it's a good market, it's a bull market, then you can take a lot of risk, right? So automatically, let's say momentum like factor, which is trend based or small cap based, will get weightage. But if the market becomes volatile, right, then we will say ki bhai, now I will not take a lot of risk, I want lower risk. So automatically high quality factors, low volatility factors will start getting more allocation. Right? So that's how it switches. It's a very simple philosophy.
It's automatic switching or you like?
It's all automatic. It's all system defined. So how is the regime or bull and bear market defined? We do research using macroeconomic data to define that, and it all comes as a signal.
So you are following, let's assume, an approach as a part of the factor fund example, right? Do you also have like, okay, let me experiment few other options in parallel, which are not kind of done in the reality, but just to check whether the assumptions that you have taken, whether that is falling correct or not, and then how do you kind of course correct and add those factors in the subsequent, how does those things work?
Right. So see, so this happens very often कि we will think यार ये तो नहीं सोचा या this something we are finding out. So we will research it, right? We will take historical data, analyze it, and if we see potential, then we will see कि adding it to our existing factors, does it improve my performance, improve the portfolio? If it does, then we'll add it. So for example, like a few years ago, we thought कि we are not including data on how our promoters buying and selling a particular stock. We are not adding data on how our mutual fund buying and selling a stock impacting shareholding patterns, right? फिर उसके बाद we saw when inflation became high, right? So which stocks are impacted by inflation? If America is falling down, like their market, so which stocks are impacted by America? Those type of data points we'll see and explore, and if that has potential, we'll include it into our set, right? But even on a normal time, if let's say there is a correction in the market and we are seeing some slowdown, so we will go and validate our own existing data point also, भाई कि कुछ गलत तो नहीं हो गया. So there's a lot of validation that keeps on happening.
So which leads to the question which I think you partly answered, that how does the overall geopolitics, because now India is not an isolated market, right? It is still connected very much globally. A lot of global factors impacts the domestic performances. How do you factor the global factors as a part of the factor fund or the domestic performance?
So see, global factors, they have a direct impact on India's macroeconomics also, right? So let's say something happens in the US, you will see India maybe yields changing, right? India ka currency rate changing very, very actively. So when we use macroeconomic data to define the regimes, we have these data points like yields, inflation, currency rates and all, which are very heavily impacted by the US data.
Okay.
Right?
So those are also as a...
हाँ, see अभी war पे जो भी हुआ, let's say something happens in the geopolitics, then that will come and impact, let's say, some other data points, right? The supply chain will be impacted, right? So that will start impacting some data points in India that will give us some...
The freight components, commodity changes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we are also right now actually trying to get more granular data on the economy. So I'm working with some data vendors to get more granular data on the supply chain that we can include in our data.
Okay, thank you.
So actually, the global factors that you're saying. So the factors include there's something like dollar index, the crude and the gold, silver, etc. Commodity prices.
Yes.
So they are all part of your factors, right?
Yes. Exactly.
One more thing about. So we're doing mostly. You say the model automatically takes care of many these factors automatically, and you can test them before you deploy a fund, a strip or whatever stock you want to do. But there is human intervention, like you're rebalancing the fund every month as well, right?
Right.
So rebalancing is where your intervention is there, right?
Rebalancing is
it also throws up on the system that you do these. But the factors like what he brought out are automatically, the weightage is automatically decided by the algo or whatever you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all of it, see, I mean, see, there is a philosophy behind all of it, right? The philosophy that I explained, ki we want to invest into the best factors, we want to do risk management. So that philosophy is coming from us, but why we use a system is because when I'm using a systematic approach, it is data driven, it is statistically sort of validated, right? So that gives us confidence कि भाई ये कर रहे हैं तो it makes sense, right? So that's why we follow a system.
Also, one more question on the cyclicals. You said, now is the pharma gaining prominence in your
Yeah, we're
NIT?
seeing a lot of pharma stocks coming.
Yeah.
I actually have one of my investors, early investors, who works in the pharma industry. And he said कि यार मुझे pharma में नहीं करना है. He doesn't like his own industry. So he's saying यार आजकल बहुत pharma stocks आ रहे हैं तुम्हारे में. Why is that the case? So we are seeing some pharma stocks pick up. Yeah.
Right, thank you.
Somebody has invested 1 year back and another person invests today. Are the two portfolios going to be the same?
So that is a very interesting question. See, initially we used to have कि everybody should have exactly same thing. But now our strategy has evolved a little bit. जहाँ पे what we do is कि let's say if I bought a stock for my existing customer 6 months ago, which has run up a lot, right? So I don't need to buy that for the new customer, right? Because that stock has already run up. So we are doing it in such a way that any stock that has run up a lot, we are not buying it for the new customer, especially during volatile time. We are doing it slow allocation. Because see, all of us are aware that after 2 days something is going to change, right? Some sector will become a favorite, some sector will not be a favorite, and we'll have to shift. So if you are giving me money last week, then why should I deploy it right away, right?
So the portfolios will differ.
A little bit, and eventually, let's say in 3 to 6 months, they will all
They're all
converge.
aligned.
Yeah, they're all aligned.
So, as a potential investor, if I'm sitting in front of you and I have this question in front of me as to what differentiates you as a quant house vis-a-vis, let's say, another quant. I believe there are quite a few quant houses today, right? There's Quant Mutual Fund as well, and there are a few small cases on the quant side, and there are some XYZ. Okay. So, what differentiates you from a strategy point of view? I'm not talking about performance because that is post facto. Right. So, what do you think differentiates you as a fund house, so to speak, vis-a-vis another quant fund? That's number one. The second question I had was, in terms of your own benchmarking exercise, or rather for me as a potential investor, what should I consider as the benchmark? The BSE 500, to my mind, I'm not too sure if there is a fund which actually I can compare the performance with, or should I just take a notional performance as the benchmark? So, what do I actually compare the PMS performance with over time?
Right. No,
Yeah,
that's
so 2
a very
questions
good
and
question.
probably follow on some later.
Yeah. So, I think about us as a quant house, how do you differentiate ourselves? See, I think what we are doing is coming from a very deep research that we have sort of validated. I have learned a lot of lessons. So even when I started in 2019, right, I was starting something with 2 years of research that I had put in, right? And that too, see, doing momentum in a good market, it's very easy, right? Anybody can do momentum and do really well. It's when things get a little bit risky, right? So I'll tell you my story. When I used to work at HSBC, I was a young kid who would love to do momentum कि भाई कितना ज़्यादा momentum कर सकते हैं उतना अच्छी return आएगा. But then one day when the markets corrected, I realized कि भाई momentum is not the only answer. You have to know other things also, right? I started exploring other factors, right? And then I understood कि अच्छा ठीक है, there are other factors, but when to switch, right? So that understanding the market behavior or the regime is also very important. So our philosophy comes from a deep understanding of different factors, very well validated methodology, right? With not focus on one thing, but also focus on risk. Plus 5 years we have validated it for on our small cases before we started our PMS. So that is also very important, right? When risk hits you, that is when you start seeing panic, right? That is when you start questioning yourself, right? कि यार is my strategy wrong? All those type of things happen. So we've done that for 5 years and sort of understood how to handle that mentality. So I think, see, that is something that we bring in. We are doing it from a very, very honest place. I will not put out a strategy out in the market until unless I see real value into it, right? Because getting customers is easy, but making them stay with us for a longer time is the challenge, right? Is where you actually have to deliver and you have to generate value. That's why how it works. So we are coming from a very genuine sense that we want to create value for our customers, and we love doing it, right? That's all we love to do. That's what motivates us. So you asked me about the performance, right? So I think, see, our strategy is, I will not say कि I am going to compare myself to a mutual fund. I am saying कि I am going to deliver equity plus returns, right? हमारे पास flexibility है ना, हमारा बहुत छोटा fund है, we can move in and out, right? That has that advantage, because see, there are other people doing all of this, and I can compare it with everybody else, but we have to benchmark it with ourselves, right? And our aim is कि yes, we want to do better than the equity by 10%.
सो मैम मेरा सवाल ऐसे है कि अभी आप प्राइस मोमेंटम पे मैंने देखा पीपीटी में कि आप काफ़ी ज़्यादा अग्रेसिव रहते हो फॉर मोमेंटम बेस्ड ट्रेडिंग, बट मैं यूजुअली वो कंपनीज में ज़्यादा इन्वेस्ट करता हूँ जहाँ पे ईपीएस ग्रोथ हो रहा है, वैल्यू ग्रोथ इज़ देयर. सो रिसेंटली मैंने देखा है कि इस पूरे जो रैली है 2 साल में जो अभी मार्केट बढ़ा है, सो आई बिलीव कि ये भी सिक्लिकल होता है कि एक टाइम आएगा कि जो ग्रोथ वैल्यू कंपनी है वो चलना शुरू होगी. तो आप फिर वो इवेल्युएट कैसे करते हो? क्योंकि अभी ठीक है कि मार्केट बुलिश है तो हम चल रहे सब ब्रेकआउट में ट्रेड कर रहे हैं, चालू है, तो इस रैंडमनेस को आप कैसे देखते हो कि क्योंकि वैल्यूएट रिस्क भी आप लॉन्ग ओनली में अगर आप हमेशा रहते हो तो ऑब्वियसली आप कभी ड्रॉडाउन भी बड़े बड़े देखते होंगे, तो वो आप कैसे मैनेज करते हो?
तो देखिए, जो भी कोई स्टॉक होता है ना, उसको वी आर लुकिंग एट इट फ्रॉम ऑल दीज लेंसेज. मोमेंटम तो एक हो गया, उसके अलावा हम देख रहे हैं वैल्यूएशन पे भी उसका एक मैट्रिक निकल के आ रहा है, क्वालिटी पे उसका मैट्रिक निकल के आ रहा है, उसका आपका रिस्क पे मैट्रिक आ रहा है, उसके एक्सपेक्टेशन पे भी आ रहा है, राइट? कि एनालिस्ट उसको कैसा रेट कर रहा है. तो अगर हमने मोमेंटम के बेसिस पे पिक किया हुआ है बट सडनली आई एम सेइंग कि रेटिंग्स आर गोइंग डाउन फॉर दैट स्टॉक, इट इज़ वेरी लो रैंक्ड ऑन द वैल्यूएशन, तो वी विल टेक एन एग्जिट ऑन दैट. सो दैट इज़ द एग्जिट ट्रिगर दैट कम्स इन, राइट? तो इवन सी राइट नाउ, मतलब जैसे आप बोलो कि मोमेंटम बहुत चल गया, देर विल बी अ टाइम व्हेन समथिंग एल्स कम्स, राइट? सो वेरी ऑर्गेनिकली इन आर मॉडल वी हैव सीन, आई वाज सरप्राइज्ड जब हमारे पास फूड वाले KRBL and L&T foods when they come. I was surprised when Sudarshan Chemical we added, right? Those type of stocks have, textile में couple of stocks we've added, right? So I think cycle is shifting, and our allocation is slightly shifting basis of that. And yeah, I think data tells you a lot, right? There's a lot of things that you can do by virtue of that data. And see, one thing that we do very strictly is that we are diversified, right? So we are not putting, let's say we're not bought all of the stocks in the defense segment, right? We've distributed it across different things, right?
मैम ये जो आप कॉन्ट डिफाइन करते हो, तो इसमें आप ऑब्वियसली सेक्टर जो आप सिक्लिकल रोटेट करते हो कि किसी मंथ में इस सेक्टर में आप हेवी हो. सो अब जैसे मैंने खुद रिसर्च किया कि आई बिलीव कि FMCG, फार्मा एंड अभी IT तो काफ़ी ओवरसोल्ड जोन में चल रहा था. सो FMCG एंड फार्मा इज समथिंग जो पोस्ट इलेक्शन काफ़ी चलता है. सो आप भी बेस्ड ऑन हिस्टोरिकल डेटा ये सब देखते हो लाइक कॉन्ट में, बिकॉज आई डोंट नो व्हाट इज कॉन्ट. इट इज जस्ट सब हवे में कि कॉन्ट इज देयर.
नहीं, कॉन्ट इज कि आप डेटा ले रहे हो.
ओके, सो इट इज बेस्ड ऑन हिस्टोरिकल
डेटा प्लस यू आर यूजिंग सम स्टैटिस्टिक टू वैलिडेट दैट थीसिस, राइट? दैट्स इट, दैट्स ऑल कॉन्ट इज.
एंड मैम आप एग्जिट कैसे डिफाइन करते हो? क्या
लेट्स से एग्जिट कैन बी फ्रॉम डिफरेंट पर्सपेक्टिव, राइट? वन इज कि आई एम पिकिंग मोमेंटम खत्म हो गया स्टॉक में तो चला जाएगा. Second is कि let's say market situations have changed, कि momentum is not my focus area right now. My focus area is quality, and this stock is not ranking high on quality, so we are letting go of that stocks. Another exit trigger would be कि भाई estimates जो है, analysts are rating this stock lower, right? Estimates are falling down. So for example हमने Zomato exit किया था after estimates went down. उसके बाद से a news came कि they are making an integration with Paytm, फिर उसका पिकअप हो गया था. But when that type of event will come कि भाई अब रेटिंग्स भी कम हो रहे हैं, will start.
So do you do pyramiding और आप one go में इन्वेस्ट करते हो या फिर?
नहीं, we don't. I mean, weights can change, right? So let's say we start slow and then we add, or sometimes let's say a stock has grown a lot, so we start cutting it also. So we would do all that. Yeah.
Ma'am, last question, sorry. So how do you tackle with that? अभी जो event हुआ 4th of June को, so market corrected and 2 दिन में पूरा rally cover हो गया. So how do you tackle that situation?
See, one of my investors who gave me all the gyan is not here, but but he was telling me कि see, there is this big risk of these number of seats are going to come, and he had a lot of news. So I thought कि भाई news है, I cannot test this, right? इलेक्शन पे मेरे को पास डेटा ही नहीं है, 5 इलेक्शन का डेटा मिलेगा तो मैं क्या ही रिसर्च करूँगी उसमें, राइट? सो आई थॉट कि दिस अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ हाई रिस्क, तो 2 दिन में जो भी रिस्क होना है, अगर 1% रिटर्न कम भी आया तो हम लोग कट कर लेते हैं. बिक्स वर हाई सो वी हेज्ड इट, हमारा वी हेज इट बेस्ड ऑन बिक्स लेवल, सो वी हेज वाज एनीवेज डिप्लॉयड and that ended up being great, right? So we were all very happy on that day क्योंकि बाकी जगह पे तो 12-14% करेक्शन हो रहा था ना. we were like यार हमने we did something decent.
बट मैम जब आपने हेज किया तो ऑब्वियसली लॉन्ग ओनली में भी तो लॉस दिख रहा होगा,
हाँ,
बिकॉज हेजिंग तो
yeah,
डेरिवेटिव
long only में there was a loss, but we were 20% out of long only. We were in cash also, we were hedged also, and then all the investors who came in that month, we ended up buying on 4th of June. 4th of June पे we bought a lot.
So my question is about risk management. अगर जस्ट रिसेंट की बात है, 2 दिन पहले देर वॉज टेक्निकल ग्लिच इन माइक्रोसॉफ्ट, सो विच टुक आउट लॉट ऑफ मनी फ्रॉम इंटरनेशनल मार्केट्स. सो आई पर्सनली बिलीव कि स्टिल द इकोनॉमिक पावर हाउस ऑफ दिस वर्ल्ड इज़ यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स, एंड अगर वहाँ से पैसा आउट होगा तो अक्रॉस वर्ल्ड पे इफेक्ट आने वाला है. सो लाइक एवरीबडी नोज नवंबर में US इलेक्शंस आर अबाउट टू कम. सो लाइक आई स्टार्टेड इन Feb, so till 4th of June मेरा रिटर्न was around 10 or 12%, so it was good. but एक दिन में I was again at my initial investment on 4th of June. so like रिस्क मैनेजमेंट इसको कैसे कर सकते हैं? जैसे फरवरी तक हो सकता है, नवंबर तक अच्छा खासा रिटर्न जनरेट भी कर ले, लेकिन एक दिन का इवेंट पूरा वाइप ऑफ कर सकता है. सो रिस्क मैनेजमेंट के लिए क्या कर सकते हैं इसके लिए?
See, one is कि डाइवर्सिफिकेशन रखा है, राइट? तो लाइक वी वर सेइंग कि भाई अगर ग्रोथ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर सिक्लिकल में बहुत ज़्यादा हो चुका है तो ऑन द अदर हैंड प्राइवेट बैंक, आपका फार्मा, FMCG, दे आर अंडर वैल्यूड राइट नाउ, राइट? तो when the money comes out of the risky segments, it will go to the safer segments, right? Therefore having a diversification, it makes sense. Second is कि you know the event typically ऐसा नहीं होता कि भाई आज तक सब अच्छा चल रहा था, कल सब गिर गया. The market gives you signals, right? कि things are going to change. So you should start preparing for that risk. Like for elections we did cash पे गए, hedging किया क्योंकि VIX बढ़ना चालू होगा. So those type of signals when they come, we'll start sort of working on that.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Over the past time, what I've seen that the real amount of returns has been made in stocks which are unknown. I believe that right has constricted as of now to limited number of stocks. But let's suppose it's a very fresh company and it has just started operations a couple of years ago, and it is, let's suppose, getting more contracts and getting into the government scheme, and more private clients are coming to it for its services. So how does your entire algo support such kind of small players to come up?
So see, right now the data that I have, it is I'm much more comfortable with a basket of 800 stocks जहाँ पे है. Like I said, I'm trying to expand the data to go to even smaller stocks, right? Still, I think my market cap limit will be कि 500 करोड़ के ऊपर का ही पे इन्वेस्ट करेंगे.
Okay, so 500 crores
के
enough.
नीचे नहीं करेंगे.
Got it. So in the coming time, you look forward to expand this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So no, right now I'm with small case. I'm invested in that. So now last week I have missed your updates. Okay, the rebalance ones. So now what should be my strategy now? Suppose the Monday market opens. So I'll have to continue that, or that is gone.
No, you can rebalance it on Monday.
I can rebalance that way. Okay, and in case I want to divert those funds in PMS, I mean I have that
So
alternate.
what we can do is if you open a PMS account, then you can do share transfer, right? From your existing DMAT to a new DMAT will open, you can transfer. I am sure नहीं आप बेच भी सकते हो, otherwise we can transfer shares also, but उसके लिए थोड़ा पेपर वर्क करना पड़ता है.
Any thoughts on launching a multi-asset kind of a strategy?
Yeah, we are actually about to launch a multi-asset. Basically, we are collaborating with this platform called Grip Invest. They will launch a corporate debt fund, right? उस पे 11-12% का yield आ जाएगा. And then we'll launch a multi-asset, which is a combination of that corporate debt plus our equity strategy. So it's a multi-asset.
So for example, if we take electronic sector or semiconductor segment, so mostly we expect, so the returns are rising because we are expecting that the stock will do well, right ma'am? So what if they won't do well? Because in India the problem is that there is a skill gap in the electronic sector, for example, or for any sector that we take. What if they are not able to deliver that kind of profits or margins? So
See,
how
I
do you
think,
look at it?
वो सब you will start seeing that come up in the data, right? So see, typically why does a stock rise? When people have studied the potential of that stock and they are now betting on it, right? So for example, on the defense segment, it's not just rising कि भाई बढ़ जाता है. People are seeing कि यार order books, they are building orders, right? They are getting orders and they will have business for the foreseeable future. That's why people are buying. So I think that expectation starts getting built into the price also, right? So if let's say you picked up a company जिसका potential you thought कि बहुत strong है, but आपको growth नहीं दिखेगा, आपको fundamentally उस पे numbers नहीं दिखेंगे, and that will be your cue to understand कि भाई okay, something is going wrong, right?
So on risk management, I mean, when we get into a downturn kind of a market, there will be years like 21, 22 when the market was not going anywhere, 22, 23, right? When the index was flat. So what will be your strategy at that point of time? Do you move into partial cash, or we get into a slightly bear kind of a market?
Right.
Or will you move into strong sectors? I mean, how do you handle that? Because that is the key thing.
So see, what will happen in a slightly bearish market is कि allocation will start shifting, right? कि we will also have more, let's say, safer stocks, more consumption oriented or utility oriented stock. हमारा भी focus will shift. There also has to be a little bit patience. What we have seen is कि a lot of investors become a little panicky कि यार अभी correct हुआ, I'll sell, I'll buy something next. If it will correct हुआ, I'll sell, and that is the worst thing that you can do. So being a little bit patient and shifting your allocation across themes that are working, that is what will be the.
You don't move into cash.
We will move into cash periodically, but not that like just sitting on cash is not something we'll do.
So when the COVID crisis happened, I mean, that point of time your small cases must be.
Yeah, we were almost 45% out.
45% cash. And in 21, 22 when the market was very
15%
flat.
at max.
So Baki you were invested in the safer kind of stocks.
Hi Sonam. A quick, not questioning the returns, but if one were to compare the relative performance of Factor versus Momentum, I mean, I had expected Momentum to do much better considering that the market is also in momentum, but that's not the case. So now the question is, when momentum is not there in the market for any reason, how would the two funds perform relative to each other? I mean, just trying to figure that bit out.
So I think very interesting question. See, I think if there's a rally in value stocks, right, then eventually momentum will start catching those value stocks, right? Because momentum is just picking trends, right? So, like we were saying, 2022-23, 2021 we had mid cap, IT, we had pharma, and all of those stocks that were doing really well, metals and all. After the bear market started, even momentum had ITC, right? It started picking the safer stocks, right? So I think that shift will happen, but agar there is a sharper shift that happens, so during that period, probably momentum will have a sharper correction compared to the other strategy. But eventually it should do strongly only.
No, corrections I understand that it could have longer, higher drawdowns, deeper drawdowns. But right now also, last 6 months if you see, Factor has done relatively better than momentum, whereas I had expected to be the other way around. So I'm not able to understand the reason behind that.
See, I think
again, not complaining about the returns, just trying to understand what is working for each of the funds.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting. See, I think with our momentum, there have been certain stocks, right? Like I think it was doing really strong. Then Bank of India had a correction. It's very organic what is happening. I think it should pick up, right? But yeah, I think momentum has lagged a little bit in compared to maybe a combination of factors. But it hasn't underperformed the index at all. It has still done better than the index.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not complaining about the performance. I'm just trying to understand the reason for the relative better performance of Factor versus momentum.
Right.
Because a 10 stock strategy.
I also keep on thinking about it. I think my Factor strategy is a lucky one. It tends to do good in most scenarios. But you see, I expect momentum to pick up, right? It did have a stronger performance this month.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.